darlings, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new tutorial prepared for you on how to make a layered bell sleeve pattern. Now this is a design that I did last year and I wore it to quite a few events and I really love this design. I would say that this design is really easy to make, so if you are a beginner and if you have never drafted a pattern before, it is a good place to start. This is a sleeve that you can easily add to any kind of blouse and any kind of dress, and you will really get an instant statement piece that will be a great addition to your wardrobe. Now this tutorial is part of my Pattern Monday series that I started on Instagram, where every Monday I'm coming up with a new pattern tutorial and I'm posting it on Instagram or maybe on YouTube as well. So if you don't want to miss out on more of my tutorials, make sure you're following me on Instagram. I will link it down below. So without any further ado, let's move to the tutorial.
For this tutorial, you will need a one-piece sleeve pattern block or just any kind of pattern that fits you well. Regular sleeve ends at your wrist line. However, this time we will be doing a bit longer sleeve. So grab your measuring tape and measure the distance from the wrist line to the desired sleeve length, like this. Now on your drawing, from the wrist line, mark the measured distance and connect it with the line. You will now have the bottom of your sleeve. Now it's time to mark the lapel length. The lapel starts at the end of your sleeve and finishes here, so it's about 20 centimeters in my case. And now from the bottom of the sleeve, mark that 20 centimeters up, like this. Draw a new line. This will be the placement of your first lapel, and you can mark it that this line is number 1. This is where you will place your first lapel. Now it's time to decide how much you want each lapel to overlap, meaning one starts here and the second here, so it's approximately 10 centimeters in my case. Now from the bottom of the sleeve, mark 10 centimeters up, and this will be the marking where your second lapel starts. You can mark this line with the pencil because we will not use it any longer, just for a moment. Now from the start of the second lapel, mark the height of the lapel, which is in our case 20 centimeters. Mark this new line like this and draw a straight line with the ruler. This will be the placement of your second lapel, and you can mark that. Now it's time to mark the third lapel placement, and you can just measure the distance between the first and the second and measure from the second up, and you will get a new line which will be your third lapel placement. Now that you have all 3 lines marked, grab a new sheet and we will be making each of our lapel. To create the lapel, measure the first line length and transfer that length to the blank sheet. Mark a new line like this. And now from this line below, mark the length of the lapel like this. And mark a new line. Using a ruler, create a nice, beautiful rectangular. This will be the base for your first label and you can mark it in the corner. For the second label, exactly the same. Measure the length of the second line, transfer it to the blank sheet. Draw a new line. From the line, mark down the length of the label, which in our case is 20 centimeters. And with a ruler, draw a new rectangular. And it will be your second label. Repeat the same process with the third and last of the labels. Now that you have rectangulars for all three labels, it's time to give them volume, and to do that, you have to divide each of rectangular in 4 equal parts as shown. Mark remaining 2 labels exactly the same way. Once you made the markings, I want you to take the first label and cut it out. Once you have the first label cut out, I want you to make the cutouts in each of the markings, making sure that you are not cutting all the way through and leaving just a few millimeters at the top, like shown. Now, while holding the label in the hand, take a new blank sheet of paper, put the label on it, and spread it out like this. This will give volume to the label and it will create a nice, beautiful ruffle. Now make sure that each of the cutouts are equally separated, or at least visibly separated equally. Now draw around the shape like shown. At the bottom, also make your markings. And then remove the label and connect the dots with a beautiful curved line. You can draw the curved line with either a hand or use a curved ruler. Your first label is finished and you can mark it at the corner. Now repeat the same steps with the remaining 2 labels. Once you have all your labels ready, it's time to cut them out. Now set the labels aside and cut out the main sleeve part. You will be cutting through this line and around the shape. Now your pattern is finished and I just want to take a quick moment to show you how to assemble the sleeve. First sew the sides together like this, then take the third label, sew the sides up and connect it to the straight line. Then add the second label and then the last one at the bottom. And this is it, your sleeve is finished.
So this is it for the tutorial. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it. If there are any parts unclear, leave me a comment down below. I will try to explain it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on my new videos. And I will see you next time. Bye!